All right, so I just got in the mail yesterday this Amaran light tube. It's the PT4C, and I have no light bar in here. I've never used one before. I was desperately in need of something though for better lighting in the studio, some practical lighting, but also I want to do some light painting for car photography. So I picked this up, which I think this came out like about a year or two ago, but this is the 4-foot one instead of the 2-foot one. I could have gotten two 2-footers, but I think the 1 4-foot would be enough. So we're gonna get this unboxed. I obviously have my Osmo Nano on my head to give you guys a POV shot, but we're gonna go ahead and get this unboxed and see what's all in the package. All right, so I have myself set up on my toddler's little table that sits in my office because my desks, both of them are taken up. So we're gonna go ahead and just get this opened up here. Nice. So it comes in this carrying case, which is really nice. And I really like Amaran in general. Their packaging is really good. Also, I have my key light is the 60DS. So I'm really looking forward to be able to control both of these lights with the same Situs app. That's pretty much why I stuck with Amaran, because I just want to have more consistency with my lighting. So in the package, we have the cable, which is strapped down pretty nicely. It is USB-C powered instead of the barrel tube, whatever you want to call it, which was a nice little upgrade for this because any USB-C charger would probably work on this. It comes with the ring. It's just a metal ring that you can twist onto the bottom of it and hang it from wherever you want. And the only thing that's different as far as mounting from the old version, which I almost got the old version, is instead of having the mounting points directly on the back end of the light, you have these specialty clips, which has all the mounting screws on it that you need. And it also has magnets on this, which is gonna be great because I'm gonna put it up on this bookshelf over here as a practical light. So this is kind of nice because it also gives you customization of where you can place the clips. I did like the old design where you did have the mounting holes on the light itself, just because they gave you so many different ones. But I think this is gonna be really nice. And because it's magnetic, then you have just more opportunity to put it in other places. I feel like there should be something over here, but there isn't anything. Interesting. So then the actual light itself is in this sleeve, and there you have it. This thing is huge, so I can't get it all on camera at once, but this thing's got some good weight to it. This is pretty cool. Like I said, I have been wanting to have better lighting in my studio with some practical lighting. I've also wanted to have something to do light painting photography with, so this was a really good option. It's got some weight to it. I mean, this thing's pretty hefty for it looking light. On the back here, we have our controls, onboard controls. So you have your power button, menu button, some selector buttons, an OK button, and then the charging port. The ends of these have flat bottoms, so you can probably set this up on a flat surface if you wanted to, but it also has a 3/8 thread on either side. So you have the 3/8 thread ring that you can put in there, or if you have a tripod with a 3/8 attachment, you can do that. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on and see what it looks like. And we're gonna face it down so we don't blind anybody. Ooh. Nice. So by default, it turned on to the CCT mode. This has a lot of different modes in it, which is really cool. Wow, that's so cool. This is at 50%. 50%, that's still pretty bright. This is 5600 Kelvin, so that's good. My white balance is at the 5600. You have HSI, we have System FX, and then there's also Pixel FX, which the PT part of this is supposed to mean pixel something, pixel tube, I think is what it meant. So individual sections exist in this tube to where you can set it up different colors And I think the 4-foot long one has 16 sections that you can modify, which is more than the 2-foot one. I don't know how many the 2-foot one has, but if I am wrong, I'll put it up on screen, because I didn't do a lot of research on this. I watched like one review video and decided to go for it. But I really do like Amaran lights, so I am really excited about this. So we have Bluetooth settings on here. This does have the ability for DMX, and this does use the Sidus Link app, which they give you a little booklet right here about that. So I am going to get this synced up to my app, and I'm going to set it up where I want it to be at, and I'll have you guys back over here like you normally are in my YouTube videos. All right, so I got it set up now back here. There we go. Okay. So I originally wanted to do it across the top. So on either side, there is a metal post for the bookshelf, but the way that the magnets are oriented, it wasn't able to hold on. And then I put it up top so it's facing upward, and I was like, oh, this will be fine. But then before I started recording, I said, oh, wait a minute, I could just put it vertical, because I was talking about how, like, oh, if I had the 2-foot ones, I was gonna do one there and one there, like on the legs going vertical. And I was like, wait, why don't I just do that with the 4-foot one? Because I originally thought that to begin with, but here we are, it's set up now. And I think I like the positioning of it. I want it to be just behind me. I might put it on this other leg over here. Let me know in the comments if you think that would look better. But basically what my issue has been is the lighting in this room is actually not that great. So I'm gonna turn off my overhead, because ideally you wanna have your overhead light turned off, and then you have lights in your studio to make sure like you control all the lighting. And I didn't have that. This is what it would look like without it on. So this is what my lighting would look like. I do have another light over here as my fill light. I'm literally just shooting it against the wall. That's my closet door that's white. So it bounces off and it fills in over here. And then I have my key light right here, which is also Amaran. So my key light and the practical light are now Amaran, and I can use the Sidus Link. The fill light is GVM. It's a light that they sent out to me a long time ago to review. But both Amaran lights I purchased with my own money. So this video is not sponsored unless you want to consider me as a sponsor. In which case, if you want to support my channel, you can check out the description down below. I have a few different links that you can use. Preset pack, I have affiliate links, and I will also have an affiliate link for this down there as well if you want to go check it out for yourself. It's pretty pricey, but I think it's worth the money, especially with all the different use cases. And just to kind of run them through, in case you are looking for justifiable reasons to buy something like this, I, as a car photographer, have wanted to do light painting, which I have never done before. And so you need a tube light essentially for that. I mean, there's different things you can do as well with lighting. Like a super old school one is involving fire, but I don't want to do that. So I think light tubes are a great way to do it. And you can get shorter ones like wand type ones that have like a handle from different brands. But this one is also going to act as a practical light for my studio. It's also going to act as a lighting source for when I'm out at nighttime shooting a car and I want to get like a specific look. So say I want to get a close up of the headlight and I want to have like this really cool light off to the side. So there's different use cases for it. And what I really like about this version versus the old one, which really sold me on buying this one instead, is that there's no attached battery to it. So there's no handle, which would make it longer. It would make it a little bit more clunky, but this is all built in. So this is charged. It's not plugged in currently, but you can plug it in as like a constant power source if you wanted to, or you can just charge it up, because I think it has about half battery right now, and you can go out and you can use it. So, which is really nice. And I do have another thing coming in the mail, which isn't here yet, but it's going to help me use this in certain scenarios. So I can put it on a tripod and I can hang it over things. And so keep an eye out for that video as well. That's going to be coming in next week. So I'll probably make a video on it as well. I don't know when this video will go out because I had no structure to this. I'm literally just yapping about this new light I got. So I, as much as would love to go through all of like the techie stuff, I want to show you how it works on the app. So they have a gel option as well on here. And I haven't used that before, but we're gonna go over to color and I'm gonna just change the color. So we're gonna change this together. It's like orange, red, which is pretty cool. Yellow, some lime green, regular green. And you have this color wheel down here, so you can change it to whatever you want, which is pretty dope. And if you have a specific color picker that you want to use, like you can pull this up and I can say, I want to make it the color of my knife, which is like that. Or if I want to make it the color of my keycap on my keyboard, which is like this reddish orange, you could do that. So that's pretty cool. And then we have, here, we turn that off. Nope, not off. So if we go to Pixel FX, under the effects tab here, there's a system. So you can do like the entirety of the system. And we have like party lights. If you're sensitive to flashing, this is your warning. We have party lights, we have cop car, we have fire. So I'm gonna do cop car. And we're gonna play it. That's pretty cool, huh? And then if we go to Pixel FX, if I want to do like a color fade, I can tell it how many colors I want. So right now you can only see 2 on screen, but you can go up to 10 different colors. So I can say on color 1, I want to do yellow, color 2, keep it red, color 3, we'll do green, color 4, we'll do blue. And we'll just make it 4 colors. Okay, so this is gonna be a color fade effect. And if we play that, that's what that looks like. So it's gonna go through all 4 different colors, but you see how it's going up like that, which is pretty cool. They have a rainbow option. So if you're one of those people that likes to have your background with like different colors, so just like a rainbow color, it's kind of like the, if you're a gamer, like the RGB stuff you put in your computer. We also have a 3 pixel chase. So if we change the colors to do red, green, blue, just to keep it simple. Looks like that. That's pretty cool. It is blurry because of the camera. So hopefully the light by itself is okay. But that's what the Pixel 2 designation means. You have all these different areas that you can change for the pixels. And I believe, so this is quarter strength, half strength, full strength. So the reason behind having this in the studio is I want to have some sort of rim light, because I don't have a good rim light for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my key light and my fill light. So here's my fill light turned off. And if I go to my Citus app now and turn off my key light, this is it. So this is with my one salt lamp practical in the background, which has been my practical for this time. Can also turn off my stuff in front of me too. So this is with just that tube light in the background, which ideally I would have it as a kind of like rim light. Like you can see here where it's going along my head and my shoulder. So that's pretty much what I wanted it for, was a rim light / hair light. And then if I turn on my fill light, this helps fill in this side so it's not as dark. And then we come back to the key light. And here we are with the key light. So this will give a little bit more cohesive, like 3 lighting setup, which is kind of what I was looking for in the first place. I've also thought about putting this like more off to the side or more above me, but I've seen people do it like this because it looks cool. I mean, it's a tube light. Who doesn't like seeing tube lights? So yeah, that's pretty much it. But initial impression so far is it's pretty freaking sick, honestly. And like I said, there's no structure to this video. I just wanted to unbox it with you guys and put it up and try it out. Like, this is my first time using the app. So yeah, if you are looking for a really good tube light, they have a 2-foot version of this. So you can get like 1 2-footer, or you can get 2 2-foot ones. And then like you can divvy it up. I just went overboard and got a 4-foot one. So I'll leave links for both of them in the description down below. If you do use those links, it does directly support this channel. So I really appreciate it if you do use those. It costs absolutely nothing for you. So I might as well just use it and help me out in that case. But these are really good lights. I paid for them with my own money. And so this video is not sponsored. If you want to see more about this light, like if you want to know more about it, let me know in the comments. I'll try and answer everything I can. I didn't want to do like a full in-depth review just because I wanted to geek out about it more than geek out about it and then talk about it. So I will be using this in future videos for sure, because I want to do a light painting video. And yeah, I want to be able to bring you guys along with that. And if you want to see more of my work, yeah, you can check out my Instagram. It's in the description down below as well, where you see all my photography. So you know, if I post the photos on there first before I post them on here, you'll see them. But until the next time I see you all, I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you then.